Anna and Leonardo were a simple but deeply united couple. They lived in a cozy apartment on the outskirts of the city, a warm refuge built day after day with love, small gestures, and silent promises. Anna worked as a sales assistant in a clothing store in the center, always ready to offer a smile to customers, even on the heaviest days. Every morning she got up early, prepared breakfast, and left a note for Leonardo on the kitchen table. It was their little ritual, a way to feel close even when there never seemed to be enough time. Before continuing, subscribe to our channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any of our stories. Leonardo, a civil engineer, was often on the road for work. His projects took him from one part of the country to another, and sometimes he was away for up to 2 weeks. But every time he returned, he brought with him the smell of crowded stations, the tiredness in his gestures, and a discreet sweetness, the kind that only those with busy hearts can preserve. Their hugs, after days apart, were always intense, full of unsaid words and knowing glances. Their understanding seemed unshakable. They had no children, but not for lack of desire. It was fate that had not granted them this joy, and over time they had learned to accept it, building their happiness around what they had. One autumn day, as the sky turned gray and dry leaves chased each other across the sidewalk, their daily routine was interrupted by something neither of them could have ever imagined. Leonardo was away. Anna was home alone, on a day off from work. While she was tidying up the kitchen, she heard a knock at the door. Thinking it was a courier or a neighbor, she opened it without hesitation. In front of her was a girl, perhaps 13, with light, lost eyes, her hair tied in a simple ponytail, and a backpack on her shoulders. The girl's face was tense, as if she had made a gesture bigger than herself. Anna, confused, let her in. She offered her a glass of water and asked if she needed help. It was then that the girl, hesitantly and in a small voice, revealed the reason for her visit. She was looking for her father. She had never met him, but her mother had told her his name a short time before. That name was Leonardo. The impact of that sentence was like a sudden blow, a cold wind that swept away all certainties. Anna was speechless. She tried to stay calm, even though everything inside her was wavering. The girl's name was Rita, and she said she was born from a brief relationship with Leonardo many years before. Apparently, Rita's mother had never told the man anything, at least until the girl insisted on knowing her origins. Anna immediately called Leonardo, asking him to come back in. When he crossed the threshold that same evening, he found Anna and Rita sitting on the sofa, next to each other. There were no accusations in Anna's gestures, only a silent and deep pain. Leonardo understood immediately. His face darkened. His step became uncertain. He did not look for excuses. He admitted that that possibility had been real. Years before, he had received a letter from a woman who claimed to be pregnant, but, scared, he had ignored it. He had already met Anna, had found true love, and had chosen to close that chapter that had never really opened. The following days were suspended in an unreal atmosphere. Anna felt betrayed, not so much for the past mistake, but for the omission. It was not only the revelation of a secret, but the sudden collapse of a trust that she believed indestructible. Leonardo, for his part, was torn between remorse for not having faced the past and the sincere desire to make amends, to get to know the daughter that life had kept away from him. Rita stayed a few days. She didn't ask questions. She didn't demand anything. She behaved with discretion, almost as if she was afraid of being in the way. She helped with the chores, spoke little, observed a lot. One evening, Anna found her in the kitchen, sitting with a diary in front of her. Her eyes were shining, but she wasn't crying. At that moment, Anna stopped seeing her as a threat and began to feel her pain. It wasn't Rita's fault. She was just a girl looking for roots, for answers, for a place where she could finally feel at home. As the days passed, Anna began to look at Leonardo with different eyes. He was no longer just the perfect husband, the kind man she loved. Now he was also a man with an unaddressed past with fragilities. Yet precisely in that fragility, Anna discovered a new form of love, the love that does not idealize but accepts, that does not ignore pain, but goes through it to move beyond it. One morning, while preparing breakfast, Anna placed 3 croissants on the table. It was a simple gesture, but full of meaning. When Leonardo saw it, he understood that something was changing. Anna had decided to try, not to let herself be broken by that truth, but to find a way to put the puzzle of their life back together, including that new piece called Rita. He accompanied the girl to the station a few days later, but it wasn't a goodbye. He made her understand that that house could also become hers, that the bond wasn't broken by distance. Rita hugged her tightly, and for the first time she really smiled. From that moment, a new journey began. Leonardo learned to be a father. Anna learned to live with a reality different from the one she imagined. Rita, slowly, found a place in their world. It wasn't easy. There were moments of tension, misunderstandings, heavy silences. But there were also evenings full of laughter, walks in the park, impromptu dinners, and new traditions that arose spontaneously. Their home changed. The rhythms, priorities, emotions changed. But above all, the way they looked at each other changed. Anna and Leonardo were no longer just 2 lovers. Now they were 2 people who had chosen, despite everything, to stay, to forgive, and to welcome. In that imperfect but true family, Rita found what she had always looked for, a place where she could feel loved. And Anna, watching that girl grow, understood that life sometimes surprises you just when you think everything is already written, because the heart has room to love even those you didn't expect, and because, after all, families are not always born from blood, but from the choice to be there every day with all your heart. Did you like this story? Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching the video till the end, and see you next story.